If you really don't trust me, come with a real. You here been a front seat, get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank, coming with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with a rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review.
5-star.
For the man to my left, the one who wants to speak easy, I'm Spencer Rex. We got Chris Platte in the TD booth, the JB Smooth on the ones and twos. We got a big show lined up for you today. Our guy Doc from Detroit Sports Podcast is going to be joining the show at 5:30. We got a lot of Lions to talk about because I guess the Giants got their lick back. Dude, stop. I guess the Giants got their lick back today. How do you feel about that?
Look, I don't want Lions fans to be upset to hear that news because that's how things go. Like, when you get that ass whooped, your coach is in that ass the following night.
Hey, yo.
Your ass is in that tape. Your ass is trying to avoid that second ass whooping in a row. That shit doesn't happen in NFL or in football like regularly. Like, it's just not. And plus it's practice. There was one play specifically, and I sent 3 of them. But there's one, Chris. I don't know if you know which one it is. The ball got stripped from Dave Montgomery.
Yeah, that.
Can we
was
run
wild.
that one though?
Yes, sir.
This
like
is pretty bad. He gets a little Boyd.
Yeah.
Give me that shit.
That.
Yeah, that was
I should have ordered that.
not a great look.
Just-
Give me that shit. He literally rips it right out of his hand.
Yeah. But the beauty of it all is that it's just practice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They're still better than the Giants.
I think they're still better than the Giants. And even if so, again, it's football. Like, it goes back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why it's any given Sunday.
It's why it's any given Sunday, especially like following the ass whooping and like everybody reporting on the ass whooping. Like, you're gonna dig into the tape.
Yeah.
You're gonna dig into like whatever little bit of tank you got left, I guess, to whoop that ass back and get your lick back. It's expected.
In the nighttime.
In the nighttime.
Shout out Tim Scott. But yeah, that was a tough highlight right there. But hey, they're still the Lions. They're still gonna go out there. They're gonna have success.
They are still the Lions, confirmed.
They are the Lions. They're still our Lions. And they had some more celebrities at camp today.
Yeah.
Big Gretch. Stretch and Gretch.
The fight's hard not to say, but you said Stretch and Gretch.
Showed up at camp today.
She's baddie, right? I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, she's baddie for sure.
She's pretty.
You're stretching it.
Are we playing? Oh, we don't have the video?
No.
Oh, she was speaking about like it's so nice to get out here and everything's been so divisive lately. It's like fuck, you just automatically kind of like made it like weird.
Yeah.
Like you just say like I'm happy to be here at the Lions camp.
Everything's
like
been so divisive. Just say, hey, football. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like said some shit about like not making it political, but like by also making it political. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? You're ruining it by talking. Just be hot.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Just shut your mouth and be hot.
Just shut the fuck up and be hot.
That's our governor.
That's our governor. And shout out Joey Morrison,
Who's that?
kid from my high school that attempted to kidnap
Don't
her.
shout him out. I'm not shouting that. He shouted him out.
He was an evil mastermind. The kid's fucking stupid, dude. I remember I was laughing at that shit when it came out, and like a bunch of people were coming at me on social media. They're like, this shit's not fucking funny. I was like, I know it's not funny, but it's funny that it's fucking Joey Morrison trying to do it.
It is kind of funny.
The last thing you expect would, trust me, if you knew this kid was, you wouldn't think he's a criminal mastermind by any means.
If he's a bit of a cousin, then like it wasn't so much a mastermind. That's why I got caught.
No, he was one of the like ringleaders.
That's why I got caught.
They had like
because that guy was the ringleader. Like if he was smart or a mastermind.
Charles unknowingly abetted it.
Charles,
my boy Charles.
no
I don't
way.
want to put his name out there.
No way.
Because he sold him a bunch of tires because he works at
Yeah.
a tire place.
Yeah.
He sold them a bunch of tires. Guess they used these tires to set up like obstacle courses
To train?
and shit to like train. Yeah.
They bought used tires. I hope at least, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay. What kind of cousin we operate with? Buy brand new tires
Bro,
and
I'm
fucking
telling
trade
you,
them.
the last thing you scream is criminal mastermind. And yeah, Mustache Mike in the Woodward Sports Chat says 1 of 5 people convicted. Shout out Joey Morrison, putting CL
We're not
on the
shouting
map.
him out. Stop.
Put CL on the map, baby.
Yeah, I'm on paper still. What you doing? Relax.
Oh man, yeah. Speaking of going to jail, Tory Lane's getting 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
10 years for shooting
10 years.
Megan Thee Stallion in the foot.
God damn.
And she hasn't had a day of peace since that happened. She's out there shaking her
Crying
ass the
tears of
next
fucking
week.
$1 million,
Yeah.
shaking her ass, fucking MLB players. 10 years he got?
Yeah.
Did he
For
have?
shooting his friend, by the way. He made it clear through the deposition, like, we're still friends. She might not be my friend, but I'm her friend or something like
It doesn't
that.
work like it's like friendship rape
Yeah,
or
no.
something.
Yeah.
You can't
That's
force
like-
friendship
Yeah,
upon other
that's like
people who
saying
don't
that's
want
like saying I'm dating her, but she's not dating me.
it. Yeah, it's like saying we hang out with Chris.
I hate when my girlfriend's single. Hate that shit.
I hate my girlfriend's.
Yeah, and R.I.P. to Lil Tay.
Yeah, tragic.
Lil
Remember
Tay,
the
Lil Tay.
little Asian girl that used to flex on social media?
The rapper and
She's dead.
She's
Yes.
dead.
car crash
How,
with her brother.
What?
Yeah, her and her brother died.
For real?
It's sad, man.
That is
Very sad.
sad. I mean, bro, that's life is crazy. Life is wild. I mean, that the whole. Some of the reasons I ended up in here was like some tragic shit like that, but like the Kobe thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter like who you are, what you've accomplished in life. Like
It can all.
none of this shit's guaranteed. Bro.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
all go away like that.
That's why I don't save my money. I fucking blow it all. I'll blow it all. And we're going out this Friday too. I gotta get a booth at some
That's why
point.
we're shouting out Joey Morrison.
We're not shouting out Joey Morrison. Stop. It's not funny. Put the FBI on our fucking shit. We don't need the 3 extra viewers. We're good.
Shout out!
Stop. It's not funny, bro. It's not.
FBI, leave a 5-star review on the
Jesus
podcast.
fucking Christ, bro.
5-star review from the feds.
I don't
Shout
fuck
out.
with the feds, bro. Stop. You openly invite
What
them
if
to our
the feds?
shit.
What if the feds left an Apple review comment?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
5-star review.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Great
Yeah.
intel.
Great stuff, guys.
Well, at first we were
Oh.
checking them out due to suspicious activity, but this is actually a pretty good show.
Yeah.
We keep watching.
I
Top
sent
informant
you
right
something
here.
in Slack too.
Yeah. I got you.
I thought I said that earlier today. I apologize for not doing that. Damn,
alright.
that's crazy though. How she was 13? How was it?
14.
14?
She's, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it sucks.
How the fuck are you a millionaire and you still get 10 years though? I need to know about that.
He's fighting a bigger millionaire.
Yeah.
Did he just like offer to pay her
A
off, or
thicker
she's
millionaire.
women are fucking spiteful? Like, hey, I shot you on accident. It wasn't an accident though, huh?
What was that accident?
What is the official? Yeah, what is the official story? It's so funny because
I don't know, but she
he's like-
probably put hands on him.
That's what I'm saying.
She a big ass.
Yeah.
like,
That's what I'm saying. He's like 5'2".
she beat the fuck out of Tori, I'm sure.
So why is it not self-defense at that point?
Because
She's a
it's a
girl?
gun versus.
Yeah.
What's the story, Chris? Come on.
Yeah. So the story is that allegedly
It's
Tory
a dark
Lanez
story
was
now.
flirting with Kylie Jenner and whatever, and Meg got upset, and so a shouting match led to an altercation, and then as she was trying to leave, he shot her in the foot.
Oh, he's fucking.
Yeah, no, it was like she got shot when she was exiting the car. Like, so it was like, it wasn't like it doesn't make sense.
Where do you think you're going, bitch?
Yeah.
Whop! Shout out Joey Morrison.
So, hold on. So Megan Thee Stallion and him were talking. They were a thing.
So
or like
So
He was
they
climbing
were,
that
they were
tree.
dating at
shout
the time.
out Short King.
They were dating
but not
at the
those
time.
ones.
But she got mad because at a house party in LA, he was getting a little cozy with Kylie, and so, yeah, so Meg like approached him, blah blah, and the argument like ensued, and it was in the car at the time, and like. I'm guessing she swung at him. I don't remember if that ever came up in the transcripts or whatever. But yeah, as she was like leaving the car to get out, he let off a few.
That's some real Napoleon complex shit.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Some from real Napoleon shit.
Yeah.
She probably called him short.
Oh,
That's what led to
Dude,
it.
dude got
Say,
emasculated.
motherfucker. Put his hat on. Napoleon hat. Just fucking pop the cap. Donovan Edwards.
Oh,
yeah.
I know you're a Sparty, Spinny.
Yeah. I like Donovan Edwards, though.
I like him too, and I like this. Donovan Edwards said recently that he will go down as one of the greatest running backs to ever play football. Edwards says he's going to be up there with names like Walter Payton, Barry Sanders by the end of his career. Edwards also said he believes he can revolutionize the game for running backs.
Yeah, getting paid $10 an hour.
Who? Him?
Running backs.
Oh yeah.
Minimum
Yeah,
wage
that's
for a
true.
running back in the NFL is $10.50 an hour.
Listen, saying like you know,
They hiring?
like the names of Walter Payton and Barry Sanders is definitely a goal. I ain't mad at him for having it. I'm not saying he's gonna reach it, but I'm gonna tell you what, he's a bad motherfucker.
He is. He's very fucking good. I think he's going to be probably the best. I want to say the best player from this Michigan team in the NFL.
Oh yeah, I could see that for sure.
I don't know. Cornelius Johnson's pretty good too.
listen, like last year as RB2 for that team, almost had just short of 1,000 yards and like 7 touchdowns still. Like I remember when shout out to Blake. Blake's a cool guy. Shout out to Kylie. Shout out to Rachel.
Lanez.
Shout out to Tori. No, not shouting out Tory Lanez. We're not shouting. Stop shouting out these fucking.
Shout out Joey Morrison.
These prison people. Yeah, stop. Please stop. I'm begging you. That's not cool. I don't even know where I was going with it.
Shout out Osama bin Laden.
Shout out to Blake.
Listen,
Blake Corum's cool, but when he went down, I was like, yeah, they're.
Shout out Saddam Hussein.
I knew Tory Lanez was
At least they're
guilty.
dead.
I knew Tory Lanez was guilty when he walked to court with his son on his shoulders, and I was like, all right, you trying to do the PR? You're trying to just save face at this point.
Shout out
Or
Boko
he's
Haram.
going to prison. He fucking for 10 years he misses his son.
Shout out Boko
But I feel
Haram.
you.
I think he's better than Corum.
Yeah.
He's a better back than
Well,
Corum.
that's what I was trying to get to. I didn't want to like sound disrespectful to Corum on the topic on the matter.
Oh yeah,
but, like,
Will Johnson, not Cornelius Johnson. That's my bad.
when he went down. I didn't even hear you say that. That's just I saw you shouting out another fucking fugitive. Or whatever the fuck you gonna call him.
Shout out Joey Morrison.
I hate you so much.
What?
I'm asking you to stop.
We got freedom of speech.
Please stop.
It's not like we're plotting to kidnap the governor.
Please stop. I'm just asking you to please stop. Please. Fucking A.
Did you see that?
What?
I said it's not like we're plotting to kidnap the governor.
Yeah. I'm gonna quit. I quit. I'm gonna quit the fucking show today. I'm not even joking.
Alex Merrill says shout out Hiroshima.
Did you get the other thing in Slack, Chris?
Let's see.
It's like a last minute.
Oh,
Because speaking of shout outs,
Joey.
shout stop, please.
From Woodward Sports.
Put the camera on this guy. Let him go. Let him take the rest
No,
of this
what were you
fucking
gonna
time.
say?
Nah, we're good. I got buy time anyway. Go ahead, get your
Yeah.
shout outs in.
I don't have any more shout outs. That's all I got.
Will Johnson a beast. Will Johnson a beast.
Will Johnson is a beast.
He was getting was he guarding what's his name in the playoff game?
Quentin Johnston?
Yeah.
I think so.
Did he get toasted? What happens?
I mean, yeah.
I ain't gonna beat him up.
I'm not gonna be mad at him.
Shout out to Matthew Stafford. I don't
Yes,
know.
sir.
Shout out to LA for changing Matthew Stafford.
Oh, he's got. Oh.
Actually, come back to us and make it zoom into his face.
Yeah,
if you
zoom
can.
into his face because
Okay.
he's got them.
Or you can zoom it in if you want, just straight up. I don't know.
He's got them chiclets.
My man's went and got the fake chompas.
Hey, I mean, shout out
you
Veneers.
got the veneers. Yeah.
I should have got it before and
You
after.
listen to the heavyweights.
I don't understand though. Like,
Yeah, we were talking about Veneers the other day.
we were talking about veneers the other day.
Yeah.
That is one of the things I get, but I'm starting to question it because like, does this make everybody look the fucking same? Like, I want replica of my already teeth. I like my teeth. That's why I'm shining white.
Yeah.
Like Joey Morrison and his crew. Look at them
Oh
chompas.
yeah, he's got the
like Jim Carrey from The Mask.
pearly
Man
whites.
definitely lives in L.A.
Yeah, it looks like you got some Tom Brady work done too.
He's in there like,
Why-
boo for the team, boo for the team. Say hi.
I King Horse in the Woodward Sports chat. Charles Manson did nothing wrong.
Shout out Detroit Lions.
Free Charlie.
Nerd.
Charlie.
Free my boy Charlie. He didn't do nothing to nobody.
See, like those are cool because like that guy's dead. Like that guy's not a threat to
Is he?
anybody. Charles Manson? Yeah.
No, he was just like 2 years ago. He was just on stage with Kanye and DaBaby.
No, he wasn't.
Bro,
Yeah.
what?
Do you know
Yes,
who Charles
and
Manson
Donda.
is?
There's no
Donda.
fucking way that's true.
Yeah, no, look it up. So,
No, Charles Manson's
yeah,
dead. He
Kanye
died in
did it.
2017.
oh, then who was it? somebody like somebody that I thought of in the realm of Charles Manson. That's
Jeffrey
like,
Dahmer?
No,
No,
not-
he's dead,
Jeffrey
too.
Dahmer's been dead. But
What's
somebody
the guy? John
in that-
Wayne Gacy?
Bro, if he
I
was
don't
there,
think so.
that'd be fuck.
Why
No,
would
you
they
got-
just have a serial killer on stage?
it was somebody crazy next to
Unabomber?
DaBaby.
Who?
I don't think so.
Give us. No, you have to give us a story.
I'm gonna look it
Marilyn
up. through break.
Manson?
Yeah, Marilyn Manson. Why did I think
Oh.
of? Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
Why
I
did I
mean,
think of
Charlie
Charles
Manson, Marilyn
yeah.
Manson. That's fair.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know who Charles Manson is?
Yes, I know who he is.
Did you hear the MK Ultra stuff about Charles Manson? You know
No.
what MK Ultra is?
No.
Yeah. You don't know what MK
You know,
Ultra
dude,
is?
it's the wildest shit. So like after
No.
a certain amount of years, you know, the government's required to like release.
MK
like,
Ultra sounds like a new Mortal Kombat game.
Nope. Shout out Rachel.
Shout out.
Shout out. It was the
Why do you
government.
keep saying that?
I would play that game though, MK Ultra.
Yeah,
that
hell
does
yeah.
sound fire.
That is a game.
No, if it was,
If
I
it
would
was,
play
wait,
it. Though.
what
It
is
is
it?
fire.
MK Ultra. So like, you know, the government has to release certain documents after a certain amount of years.
Yeah.
Well, they had to release whatever. I think it was the CIA. They're trying to like find like a way to control minds, and so like they're
Whoa.
like, yeah, they're like fucking. what's the word I'm looking for? Experimenting with like hallucinogens and like
Hell yeah.
It was their
LSD,
program.
and so like he was able to like grow like a cult following, and because he was able to like, because they thought he was doing it through LSD, like
Yeah.
mind control, like his cult, whatever. So like every time he get caught up for like some petty crime, they let him go, because they're studying him, trying to get like, how's he got fucking.
And then they all drank the Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, well then he ended up fucking killing.
Everybody.
Yeah, whatever the fuck her name was.
They should be studying Jared Leto now.
Same
Doesn't
thing
he have
too.
a cult?
Yeah, he does. There's this other thing too. The craziest shit. There was this magician, and the fucking government was the CIA studied his ass too, bro.
How does he do it?
Yes, they really did. I swear to God. I'll look it up during the break.
How does he know which card is mine? Fucking ridiculous. And those are the guys you're worried about. That's who you're worried. Shout out Joey Morrison.
No!
Go.
Stop! Stop! Jesus Christ.
They're worried about fucking magicians.
Hey, listen. Come re-up with us Friday at Dispo in Hazel Park. We'll be there. Ermanni and Edwards will be there. Maz will be there off the Eddies. You already know. At 634 West 9 Mile Road. 40% off for first-time customers. If you guys have not been to Dispo, that is the time to go to Dispo. 40% off. Anything. The wildest deal. It was nuts. But make sure you guys are there August 11th, the day after my birthday. Dispo Dispensary, your local campus flag. Shut up.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Cintron is doing a 100K trip to Vegas giveaway. You can enter now at drinkcintron.com/Vegas. All you have to do is purchase a 24-pack today with your chance to win. Again, it's a 100K Vegas trip. You can take your closest friend and live it up in the city that never sleeps. Cintron, the healthy energy drink with great taste and the choice of people who desire to look good and be the best versions of themselves. You can pick them up today at your local Meijer. It's Cintron. Be dope like Braylon.
What up, though, everybody?
Let's
Welcome
go
back
back to
to
you.
the Woodward Heavyweights, live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. Shout out Joey
5-star.
Morrison. You know who we all are. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, live. What are you looking up?
Whatever the magician.
The magician CIA thing?
Yeah.
How does he know which card is mine?
Yeah.
How is he swallowing that sword? Those are the guys you're worried about. They're too worried about fucking Houdini. But we do have to talk Lions. This is a sports show. And today, Dan Campbell, before practice, gave his thoughts about CJGJ at safety and what he
CJGJ.
means to the team. And here's what he had to say.
Well, he's a highly instinctive player, and he's a, I think sometimes this may get lost with CJ. He's an excellent communicator as well, excellent communicator, and so you just kind of see the growth of he and Kirby together, and I believe it's elevating Kirby's game as well. And so you potentially have a couple of dynamic safeties back there that have versatility. So, that's what we like about that, having him back there. And knowing he can play nickel, certainly. Tracy's competing. You know, he's very much in this thing as well.
Yeah, so we spoke to Ben Raven yesterday about what he saw at camp when he was watching the defense, and he said a lot of the starting safety tandem was Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Kirby Joseph, with Brian Branch playing in the nickel. And this is Dan Campbell speaking to that, saying that he's a very instinctive player, does a lot of great things, obviously brings a lot of energy, is good at making plays on the ball. Him and Kirby in that center field area for the Lions, man, that'll be crazy to watch. Just two ball hawks, two guys that go make plays, and I'm excited to see what happens. Now, he did mention that Tracy Walker is still obviously fighting, trying to get his job, seeing what's going on, but when they ran the ones yesterday, he was not on the field.
Tracy Walker. Yeah, if you guys listened to the show yesterday, when we came back fresh from practice, I was kind of like questioning, like, if Kirby had that. Go ahead and say it, because I'm gonna laugh.
Right King Horse said Ben Raven is a porn name. That's good.
Well, it's funny because I was looking at the Magician CIA. It's like Charles Xavier.
We gotta find this guy.
He has a school for extraordinary children.
Hard-hitting research. Nothing but the facts. What are you looking it up on Bing? Like, what are you using? You're on Ask Jeeves right now?
That is literally the point where I gave up. I was like, all right. Maybe I just made this up.
You probably did. Shout out Joey Morrison.
No, there was like this guy was like chasing this fucking magician down his whole life to like disprove everything he was doing. He was like, it's not real. He was like the world's biggest hater. Like this magician would do like.
And he worked for the CIA.
No. It was like after the CIA shit got thrown out, he would like.
He was just following him down to down.
like, all right,
He's a phony.
Yeah, I swear.
This guy's a phony. I think you watched that on Family Guy.
It was.
Dude just watched the government fail and it's like, I need to take this into my own hands.
I gotta make sure.
That motherfucker back there is not
It's
real.
not real.
It's not real.
That's what he was doing. I promise you we're gonna talk football at some point. But no, he like the guy would go on like late night talk shows or whatever, and like bend spoons and do whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then the other guy would book out to the show the next night, like, "We see, this is how he did it." It's fucking not real.
Just number one hater.
Number one hater. It's crazy too. The guy people would still fucking book the magician like every fucking time.
Oh man.
I'll find it. I swear I'll find it. But anyway, speaking of magic, I think Kirby and CJ got it together. Honestly, pause. But like, I asked this yesterday. I don't know if Kirby, I don't know if it's because it's his rookie year or not, but like he's exuding so much more confidence out there. He's talking so much more shit out there. And like we say it all the time in this show, like one of the key attributes of a top-notch cornerback in the NFL is a shit talker. Like, you can only talk the talk if you're walking that walk.
That's facts.
Because if not, you're fucking a meme. You're getting
You're
embarrassed.
Eli
You're out of the
Apple.
league. Yeah, you're Eli Apple. If not,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being Eli Apple. He's a fucking millionaire. But
Yeah, it'd be pretty nice.
if you're already existing in the NFL and making millions, you don't want to be Eli Apple. You know what I'm saying? So like, but Kirby is at this year. Although today the Giants came back and they got one on Kirby too.
Yeah, they did. I saw that. They got one on Kirby. They got one on. I mean, the Giants, I guess, torched him. And
Yeah.
we're gonna have Doc on next segment, and he's gonna. God damn. He's gonna tell us a lot about. Wait until
You
she.
like fucking cardboard sticks,
Wait
bud?
until she turns around. Like the other way.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Couple of good assets in the front, but
The heavies.
the heavies. But yeah. So.
but
Two safeties, two really big safeties.
But
I'm excited to see those guys out there. Like I said, they're both playmakers. They're both guys that will do everything, and they both talk shit.
The two are rounding into form, you would say.
Yes, the two are rounding into form, and I love seeing them. Talking that shit out there. They're both very, high motor, high energy guys. So I'm excited to see what they can do together.
Bouncing off each other,
Yeah.
the only thing I have a question about is actually I don't. It's something we already talked about. I don't even know if it's already in the pep sheet already, but the Brian Branch stuff, that shit still just blows my mind, man. Like the fact that like CJ and Kirby are so nice back there, and Brian just forced himself onto the field too. It makes you wonder too, like before the year before his contract, Tracy. I mean, how'd you feel about Tracy before 2021? Like, it was kind of like.
I mean, I like Tracy. I thought he was a great player.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be a starter on this team for sure.
Great or good?
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I thought he was going to be a Pro Bowler this year if he would have stayed healthy.
Get out of here. For real?
Yeah.
It's all right.
You didn't think of Tracy like that?
No.
You're just throwing him under the bus now?
I'm not
Now
throwing
you're
him
giving
under
up
the
on
bus.
him like yesterday's laundry?
No.
Oh, no. He was bummed the whole time.
No, I'm not saying he's a bum. I just never said he was a Pro Bowler.
You didn't think he was going to be a Pro Bowler this year?
Fuck no. What the fuck? What is
Who we talked
I
about
love
on the
Tracy.
show.
Tracy's cool. Tracy's like fun and entertaining. What the fuck has he done to consider a Pro Bowler? Please don't bring up these tackles.
We talked about it on the show. Like, I remember this being a segment a lot around this time last year of Tracy Walker being a Pro Bowler, and Spencer definitely made it, and I definitely made the argument and the case for it, and I'm pretty sure
There
you're
isn't
like, I
one.
could see it. I'm pretty sure. We'd have to go back to archives,
No,
see, but I remember Spencer bringing it up.
He has 3 interceptions in his entire career. He has 1 forced fumble his entire career.
You're just hating on this man now. You're just turning your back on him, huh?
Don't make it into
He's a
that. You guys
magician.
know I'm not hating. I'm just letting you know. This is like reminiscent of the Ermanni Warrior conversation last year.
No, I'm not going to say. There's a difference between Pro Bowler and top 100.
Well, I mean, the top 100 though. You're damn near a Pro Bowler. But honestly, probably even not better. Obviously, there's more than the Pro Bowl. But no, I mean Tracy's nice. But and I think the injury's probably taking a step from him too. Like,
yeah, that's what I think the big thing is. I think he's still not. I think he's not back to what he was.
Yeah.
It's the Achilles is tough to come back from for sure.
how's that Pro Bowl resume going along over there?
Huh? I mean, he had a great season when he was healthy in 2021.
What's the resume looking like?
6 pass defense, 1 sack, 108 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. That just doesn't matter to you? You just think this guy's a bum now because he's not playing up to what he was?
Stop trying to change the narrative. I'm not saying he's a bum. I'm just not saying he's a Pro Bowler. That's all.
I think coming off of 2021, which was his best year as a pro, getting into this defense with Aaron Glenn, I think he would have had an explosive year, and he could have been a Pro Bowler.
Stop saying that part. I'm cool with like saying Tracy's good. I agree that Tracy's a really good player, and I think that Tracy.
You don't think he would have gotten better from 2021 if he
I don't
didn't
think
get
he'd
hurt?
been Pro Bowler. No.
You don't think he would have gotten better from 2021?
No, I think it'd been like around the same.
Okay,
Like
that's fair.
I think Tracy is good at the role he plays. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a box safety in my mind. I think that's where he accelerates the best. Like when you think of Tracy, you're not really thinking of a guy who's like out there in coverage. You're just thinking of a guy that's punishing you for catching balls across the middle or running plays. You know what I'm saying? I think of him as a tackling safety. I don't really think of him as like a playmaker or anything a level above what I see him as. I guess. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's not knocking. I'm not a hater on Tracy or anything like that. I just
You hate it.
I know. I just don't see him as that. Like Kirby, I've obviously speaking highly of Kirby. Like Kirby, I see. Like,
Yeah, you called him Ed Reed.
like who do you think has a higher ceiling? Kirby. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
for sure, yeah.
when I think of Pro Bowl, I think of like the things Kirby's doing.
Yeah.
And Kirby's even taking a level up, as we heard from Ben Raven. But today, Kirby got at least one time I saw on New York Giants. So we'll be talking with John Macaroon from Detroit Sports Podcast and Sports Illustrated when we get back, but not before. I don't know what reads next time.
I tell you guys about Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can go and you can beat Low E.
Beat him.
You can just find him and beat him.
Whoop him.
The home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes of a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, or you can upgrade to the Black Card for $24.99 and get the use of all the amenities. Planet Fitness, where you can join in-club or online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, shit. Go in.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on the audio platform, leave a 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platte in the TD booth, and JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter, and now, Easy.
Without further ado, John Magaroon.
Woo!
Yeah, fellas.
What's up, man? How are you?
It's all good, fellas. It's all good.
Okay, so
well, hold on. We'll go ahead.
No.
John watches UFC.
He does.
Yeah. What do you think of? You see Sean Strickland?
Hell yeah, I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it, man. It's great. The combat, man, it's fun. The knockouts, you don't get that level of passion and excitement in too many events. So seeing you guys at UFC is always great too. And then when I'm at practice, seeing Spenny over there checking out the Lions, always acknowledge the fellas. I really do appreciate you guys having me on. Looking forward to talking some football.
Hell
hey,
yeah,
man, appreciate you
joining us, man. So we obviously weren't down there today, but you were. You said you were going to take a look at the defense, and from all reports, the Lions struggled, to put it lightly, against the Giants today. I just want to hear your 12,000-foot view of what went down to start us off.
Yeah, well, look, let's put it into context. Day one was Tuesday, and the Lions defense, they're known to talk a lot of junk, a lot of smack, and obviously the Lions defense really took it to Daniel Jones day one. So obviously what happens is the Giants go back, they watch the film, getting chewed out by their coaches, and they brought it on day two, which tends to happen. Talked to Derek Barnes a little bit after practice, and he told reporters and talked about it that, look, day one, the Lions were amped up. They were ready to go, really on point with everything offensively and defensively. And on day two, they were a little bit sluggish, and the Giants, obviously, after having a brutal day where Daniel Jones struggled, the offense didn't look good, the defense struggled against the Lions offense, they come back and they raised their game and took it to the Lions a little bit on both sides of the football. But still, there were still a lot of positives to take away, especially defensively, when you look at Derek Barnes, Cam Sutton, and some plays that were made out there on defense. It still was a good day of work for the Lions, but yeah, day two went to the Giants.
What would you give it on like a letter grade for the Lions? Like
today, I'd give a B minus.
Oh,
yeah. Today I'd give a
okay,
B
cool.
minus.
So yeah.
Look, I look at it like, look, you got to remember too, the other side is competing. They're looking to make plays, and they have a tight end in Darren Waller that's really a nice size player that can really do a lot of good things. And Daniel Jones rebounded. I mean, boy, you think Detroit media is tough. The New York media in droves was crushing Daniel Jones on Tuesday, talking about just how bad he looked. And now on Wednesday, he had an opportunity to connect with Darius Slayton. And here's the thing, guys. When you look at matchups, the Giants were looking to kind of cause some miscommunication amongst the Detroit Lions defense. But I will say this, though, still Aiden Hutchinson doing his thing, winning some reps. You look at Cam Sutton is a player that can close quickly and make plays. And, guys, I know everybody's hyped up about Jahmyr Gibbs, Sam Laporta, but there's a player on defense that I think is going to be a star in the NFL, and that's Brian Branch. Right away, you see what this guy can do. Step for step in the slot, really making plays, had another pass breakup in front of me, really understands where his assignments need to be, and I can tell. You can just tell a player that's in the books, studying, understanding everything that he needs to be. Right now, he's got to be making it difficult for the Detroit Lions coaching staff to take him off the field. He saw a lot of first-team reps. Brian Branch, real deal, making a lot of plays out there today, and it really was impressive. Impressed me a lot out there.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about before you came on earlier, was that the fact that Tracy now kind of taking the back burner or fighting for his job back. But it sounds like it's more so not because of his performance at the safety position, but Brian Branch's performance at the nickel spot and honestly everywhere. I mean, I think it was AG talking about maybe slipping him in a linebacker in like certain disguised plays, but now it's not like he's taking over that nickel spot, the starting spot. Is Tracy taking a step back, or is it really just Brian's balling out like that?
No, and here's the thing. I asked Dan Campbell in a session about Tracy Walker, and everybody is all aboard looking at that his rehab is coming along. He's a physical player, but sometimes a player comes out. Now, look, it's not a black and white situation where if Branch plays elevated number of snaps that you completely take away Tracy Walker. I think Walker does have a great role in spells, but what a great problem to have. Added depth. That's what a good football team does, is they bring in players to compete. And you look at probably the number one safety team is with C.J. Gardner-Johnson alongside Kirby Joseph. But if one of them needs a spell, you bring in Tracy Walker, and the drop-off is not all that bad. Even if you put Brian Branch back there, one thing that really drew the Lions to Brian Branch is his versatility. I think you can put him at the nickel spot. You can put him back at safety, and I do think that he's going to shine. So it's a good problem to have, and I do think that just based on his play, now I'm excited to see the upcoming preseason game when he matches up against better talent. I think that you look at an opportunity for Brian Branch to really solidify that he can play upwards of maybe 30 to 40 snaps defensively every game.
I'm very curious how much playing time the rookie stars are going to get, because I know preseason you generally don't want to play your starters, but like in the Lions case this year, they have multiple rookie starters. Yeah, but also guys that kind of need like live reps. I'm curious how that's going to play itself out.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I saw you yourself posted from Detroit Sports Podcast Twitter. Shout out! Make sure you guys go follow that. And other people also saying, I couldn't think of the word, also seconding your sentiments about Cam Sutton and what he did today. About he was really making plays out there. I was wondering if you could go into depth about Cam Sutton's day at camp today.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I am really impressed with this veteran. Definitely well-spoken, understands the position that he's in. Man, the cornerback position is so tough. But I think that you see a player that if he's out of position or if he's not exactly where he needs to be, can quickly close and make plays. He was covered up against Slayton, who did get behind him, but Daniel Jones woefully underthrew the football and allowed Cam to close in and make plays. But I had his name all over my sheet, looking at a player that can make plays, understands exactly where he needs to be. And I don't know if you guys saw the video where he was working out, and part of what makes a defensive back great is his footwork, and he has elite footwork. Somebody that's quick, can move very quickly, and is adept to change directions. And I think that him paired with Jerry Jacobs is going to be really a good opportunity and at least an upgrade over Jeff Okudah and Ermanni Arawariye. So I think that the contract that he earned was warranted, and he definitely showed out and makes plays. I think that he's obviously defensively sound. The way I look at it, though, I think that on a really Super Bowl contending team, he's more of a number 2 cornerback as opposed to a true number 1. I don't think you consider Cam Sutton a true lockdown cornerback, but for what he's been asked to do currently, I think he's more than primed to be very productive. I just think that he might be prone to get beat by some elite wide receivers, man, because it's just a tough position. The advantage always goes to the wide receivers.
Speaking of wide receivers, there's a Vince Papale story coming out of Detroit Lions camp this year with Dylan Drummond out of Eastern Michigan. It is, right? Mm-hmm. I was trying to summarize the things that I saw out of him that made him special or made him a story coming out of training camp. But I think it's more his positioning to make these catches, and I feel like he's always got an opportunity to make the catch, no matter where it is. What have you seen from him, and how do you make of this training camp for him?
Oh, spectacular. I think that this is Amon-Ra St. Brown 2.0. We had an opportunity to catch up with his former coach, Coach Creighton, out of Eastern Michigan. And when he was at Lions camp, he said, and he told a group of reporters, he said, this is a player that you want to have. He does everything right, one of the good guys. And you can see why. A player that maybe not the most gifted talently, but has the ability to work hard, can utilize the skill set that he does have, in order to see the field. And you can just see the fruits of his labor. He stays after practice. And I talked to him today after practice, and I said, what does that bring to you when you're staying out here after practice catching balls? And he's like, look, every single day is an opportunity to get better. And if there's an opportunity to get even a 0.5% better each and every day, then you stack those days, and then you put yourself in a position to really make it tough for the coaching staff to cut you. At this point, I would put him on the 53-man roster. I think he embodies everything that you want in a player. He works hard. He catches the football. He's open. Jared Goff has a connection with him. He's definitely somebody that makes plays. But I think that you also need to see what he can do in live competition. I think that he's going to benefit from these 3 preseason games. Early on in one-on-ones against the Giants, they did the defensive backs did lock him down for a couple reps. But once he got into rhythm on day 1, boy, he was a player that was tough to stop. And all you can say about a player is he able to adapt and adjust? And guys, you're reading it day after day after day. All we're talking about is Dylan Drummond offensively because he makes plays and he's all over the field.
Yeah.
It's knowing this coaching staff, and just as you said too, he's going to make it hard on them. He's making this team. Like knowing how much Dan Campbell and even Brad Holmes, how much they appreciate hard workers. I mean, that's one of the attributes they look for in prospects when they draft. These guys are making the team. John, would you mind sticking with us through a break if we come back to you, talk a little bit more about the offense?
Absolutely, for sure.
Man, I appreciate you, John. I got to tell you guys about Swiss Insurance because right now it's summertime. It's important to make sure you're properly covered. Whether it's a grad party or group people over to enjoy the lake or pool, your liability exposure is significantly increased in the summertime. Let Swiss Insurance review your coverage. Make sure you're properly covered from an unexpected loss. Check out Swiss Insurance at swissins.com or give Mark a call today at 248-800-4177.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, Ellis Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes regions with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playgrounds. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. You know who we are. And right now, we are joined by John Macarone of the Detroit Sports Podcast. He was downtown in Allen Park today for Lions training camp. And I know we said we were going to talk offense, but I have 2 defensive questions real quick before we switch it, because talking about Dylan Drummond really got me into another guy who kind of came out of nowhere in this camp, and that being Starling Thomas. Starling Thomas, when we were there on Tuesday, he was making plays. He had a couple very nice plays, breaking up touchdown catches in the back of the end zone during the red zone drills. How did he look today? And that's another guy, like, he has to be a lock for the 53-man roster, right?
Yeah, I think he's got a strong opportunity making a case for himself. And I think that this is a player that embodies what Aaron Glenn would like, a physical player, somebody that's not afraid to get into it, even gets into it earlier in camp with Jamison Williams. Look, you look at this player and you realize that, undrafted rookie players really have a tough opportunity to make the roster. But all he's got to continue to do is really lock in on everything that Aaron Glenn has been telling him in regards to stacking days, being responsible. Had a good day today. I do think that when I look at Starling Thomas, I just see a player that maybe could also benefit from a few weeks on the practice squad, because you look at the difference between going up against second team wide receivers from your own team and other teams versus number ones, and the talent disparity is quite large. So I think that he does make plays. I think these 3 preseason games will be telling for him and to see how he continues. But everything that you've seen out of him and Stephen Gilmore leads you to believe that, man, the talent acquisition, the scouting that's taken place, boy, you're finding talent that's coming in here and really competing at a very high level, making it tough for Aaron Glenn. I like his feistiness. I like his physicality. I like the fact that he's not willing to back down from anybody.
Yeah, I noticed that during the punt return drills, he was getting into it with 44 from New York, and Tracy had to go and play Big Brother, like, cut it out, you two. But Starling was bringing it, man, and he was fucking screaming down that field, too. I think he'd be one of my safe locks. I got a question, I guess. I saw him dapping up Chase Lucas, too. I was like, oh, man, I don't know if Chase Lucas knows. But
might be taking his spot.
Jumping back to the offensive side, and only because I saw this in a couple of the comments before we went to break, a lot of people comparing Dylan Drummond to Tom Kennedy. I think there's a difference in just watching them play, but you're there every day. You're there more often than me. Is there a difference from a T85 to what Dylan Drummond's been bringing?
Oh, man, you're putting me in a tough spot because I don't want to talk bad about TK85, but the man got squished by Jack Campbell. His time in Detroit might be coming to an end. And I look at it and I say that, look, Drummond is just basically, and like I said, with all due respect to TK85, but Drummond is a taller, faster, better version of Tom Kennedy. And that's the way it is. That's why he's seeing the field. That's why he's going to have an opportunity. He just does everything a little TK85. Look, every team has those gritty guys, but at this point in time, and I've asked the question to a lot of media members and asked the question online, what's the infatuation with TK85? I just think that he's always going to be the number 54 member of the Lions roster that's always going to be cut and just be that guy. I just think that he should, for himself, unfortunately just want better for himself. Unfortunately now he's hurt. But I just think that in Detroit, I think the hill's far too high to climb for a TK85 to make the roster. Drummond's better, period.
Yeah.
I thought so, too, from what I got to see. But, again, it was just 1 or 2 days of it. And I got to say, man, with Brad Holmes, like, it's crazy to, like, come into each and every season at this point. Because I'm going to have this expectation next year. But expectations out of undrafted free agents. Because this is, like, year 3 now. He's getting these guys. Like, year 1, it was Jerry Jacobs. Last year, maybe there wasn't somebody, I can't think of the one off the top of my head, but this year you got Dylan Drummond coming in, Starling Thomas coming in, like guys coming on this roster and making a name. I'll give the big lineman, Dan Skipper? Big Dan Skipper from last year.
Yeah, Brad Holmes is a wizard, dude.
But I guess keeping it to the offense now too, I always ask Broder, like, who looks like, obviously Amon-Ra is Jared Goff's go-to, but who's looking like the second favorite target for him this year?
Yeah, man, it's great. But first off, I do got to talk about it. For whatever reason, the quarterbacks can't connect with J-Mo. That was the biggest number one thing I was watching these 2 days, was how J-Mo was going to be utilized. And I just thought about it before I came on, and I look at it like in the NBA. I think one of the toughest shots is not even when you're contested. It's when you get the pass and you got 3 seconds to think about it to hit the open shot. For the Lions, I don't know if the quarterbacks are used to a wide receiver with that much speed. J-Mo got at least 2 yards behind a defensive back and had a clear open pass, and Sudfeld woefully threw one of his worst passes and can't connect. These last 2 days were not in any way on J-Mo. The quarterbacks, for whatever reason, maybe because of the lack of practice time, the lack of chemistry with J-Mo, they just can't, maybe are not used to, because they're used to throwing in tight windows in coverage and with pressure. They're not used to seeing a receiver with that elite level of speed. Jamison Williams was, obviously you saw the toe tap in the one-on-one drills, but in team drills, when the full allotment of defenders are there, J-Mo was pretty much irrelevant, and he had an opportunity to make plays on Wednesday. It just didn't happen. But you ask, who is the target for Jared Goff? It's going to be Sam Laporta. I think that he is day in, day out behind Amon-Ra St. Brown, a player that gets open, knows where he needs to be, doesn't make the same mistakes twice, and I think he's going to be somebody that, with his athleticism, earn yards after the catch. And then number 3, boys, look out, get ready. The hype train for Brian Branch is real. From what I saw now for the first couple weeks and the last 2 days, Jahmyr Gibbs, give that man the ball. Make the plays. Create plays for Jahmyr Gibbs. Last play of practice, makes an unbelievable catch. It was ruled incomplete based on maybe not getting 2 feet down, but that's not a catch you typically see a running back make. You saw him leave a talented linebacker of the Giants in the dust. He has, and then Bobby Okereke walked off the field and was talking to another reporter, but I overheard they asked about that rep, and that's gone viral. He said, look, real deal NFL speed. And that's what a veteran linebacker sees, is a player that has legit speed that can be used all over the field. I'm impressed, guys. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to put himself in the position, maybe even for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Those are 3 targets, man, that are going to let Jared Goff sleep well at night, and it's fun to watch them because they deliver every time they go out there. And now you throw a Drummond in the mix too, and then you have Reynolds and Jones and Khalif Raymond in reserve roles. I think you got the makings of an offense that's going to be really formidable over the course of the season.
Just asking for a friend. Would you draft them in fantasy? Asking for a friend.
Absolutely. PPR leagues. When I saw him taking all the selfies, it was overwhelming. He was getting chanting, PPR God, baby. That's the guy, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, yeah, I love to hear it. And sticking with running backs, obviously we know we got Monty, we got Jahmyr Gibbs, but that third running back spot has kind of been, talked about. We've seen Justin Jackson, what he can do. We know what he can do from last year and from his time with the Chargers, and he's listed on their unofficial depth chart as the kick returner. We know that at least when we were there on Tuesday, Jamar Jefferson was lighting people up, and he was running through people. I heard Muhammad Ibrahim had a great day today. And we still got Craig Reynolds. How does that third running back spot break down for you? And who do you think has the lead for that spot?
Yeah, great competition all across the board. Each one of them individually makes plays. I just think it's tough for Jamar Jefferson to consistently get the reps and the touches. I just see him again maybe being on the practice squad. The competition to me is between Justin Jackson and Craig Reynolds. Both have the opportunity to make plays. Both have been targeted heavily and have the opportunity. I think the edge slightly goes to Jackson because of what he can do on special teams, and he put a lot of good film on tape last year. Look, when you go out and you bring a guy back that you hadn't originally signed back before, it tells you the team wants him in his experience level. I just think gives him the upper edge. But boy, it's going to be tough. I think that's going to be one of the key things to watch over the preseason games is the touches that are distributed between those two. But I think right now the edge goes to Jackson, and I think he's a really solid player that can make plays for this offense as well.
And finally, before we let you get out of here, the people in the chat are asking for it. It's a guy that I love, that I took as my defensive rookie of the year. I have coined the nickname for him, the meat missile, in Jack Campbell. How did he look today? What was he? I heard Derek Barnes really stood out at camp today, but what was Jack look like and that linebacking group as a whole?
Yeah, this is great, man. Spoke to Malcolm Rodriguez after practice, and I asked him, hey, what do you think about Jack Campbell? And he said, man, adding a guy like that's a nonstop energy machine, a guy that brings a high motor. He wants it all right now. He wants to be a captain. He wants to lead the defense. Look, guys, it's a little bit tough right now in regards to Campbell in coverage, but I mean, it is literally, it's just the advantage goes to tight ends and receivers in coverage. I mean, you're asking a big linebacker to try and cover Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta. It's tough, but I think he's got the skills to eventually develop into that. But right now, I do see him being a missile in terms of being able to blitz, in run defense, being able to maintain his gaps and handle responsibilities. Right now, though, in my opinion, the wisest thing to do is to have the snaps be distributed a little bit more towards Alex Anzalone and Derek Barnes to start the year. Barnes is just clearly has showcased a lot more in terms of his ability to lead the defense, understand the checks, understand all the calls. And today he almost had an interception on Daniel Jones. And he told me after practice, he said, man, I left money on the table. I wrote that as my goal was to get my hands on a football during training camp and during joint practices. But I think that just because maybe Derek Barnes gets a little bit more playing time than Jack Campbell, Campbell is a missile. He's a high energy, high motor guy. And guys, he's all business. I mean, I still haven't seen him smile yet when he walks off the field. I haven't approached him yet because I'm not sure what he's going to tell me when I say, hey, can I get a couple questions in? So that actually gives me more confidence. He's all business. He doesn't want to waste time with a podcaster trying to get an interview. He's all business, wants to watch film, get better. And guys, I do believe that he's going to make a lot of plays for the Detroit Lions. Just give him a little time to develop. That position is tough, and Kelvin Shepard is no joke. He ain't coddling Jack Campbell. He's pushing him to his limits.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember Derek Barnes spoke a few weeks back, and he said there's points in the locker room that Jack Campbell's sitting on the bench. He's just staring down at the floor in silence.
Yeah.
No headphones on, just like that's
psychopath behavior. I love it.
Yeah, man. John, I know you spoke to Coach Creighton, and you got a lot more stuff like that too. Where can people check out your articles and a lot of your content?
Absolutely. Follow me on Twitter at Detroit Podcast. A lot of entertainment, a lot of fun, a lot of banter, debate. You can read the articles daily. I cover the team extensively. I'm there every day at training camp. Make sure to visit All Lions. It's the Detroit Lions page for Sports Illustrated. You visit si.com/NFL/Lions. Or if you go to the Google machine, just type in Detroit Lions SI. All the content's there. Listen to the podcast, videos, analysis. We break it all down every single day and bringing you guys good interviews, good content, good information. All things Detroit Lions available, and I really do appreciate you guys coming out and inviting me on anytime you want. I love talking football, love breaking it down. I'm a supporter of the Lions, and I'm expecting big things. The hype is real, and there's a lot of reasons that half the national media was there. It was like the Dallas Cowboys this week. ESPN, CBS, Fox, the entire media world was there watching the Detroit Lions. It's the team to beat this year, and I think it's going to be a very fun time over the next few weeks. Now, a month away from Kansas City. I can't wait.
Oh, my God.
John,
awesome.
you were great today,
Doc,
man.
Appreciate you, man. Always appreciate you joining us.
Definitely get you back on.
All right. Well, that's the man right there, John McEnroe. Dude, that's
the Doc.
The Doc, man. Making things happen. Like you said, he's there every day.
Yeah.
Great coverage. Make sure you check out all of his articles.
Follow him on Twitter, too.
Yeah, follow him on Twitter. Listen to his stuff. Read his stuff. He's always there, knows his stuff. Awesome guest. We're definitely going to have him back on. But first, before we go to break, let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's, because you can walk into any Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win not one but two vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, one car for you and one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
We aren't quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. Live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined my guys from RX.
What up, though?
Chris Platte, JB Smooth. We're good. It's like when you guys have it already. 5-star review on our podcast platforms. This next topic, we have to discuss. We have to be accountable for the information we have put out there. This was not only a topic in the show, it became a reel on Instagram. And as we know, quite often these players see these reels making their own opinions about us.
What are you
Derek
talking about?
Barnes.
Oh.
A few weeks back, we were talking about the meat missile.
Yeah.
Your meat missile,
The
Jack
meat missile.
Campbell.
The meat missile. I see you're coming around to it.
Huh?
I see you're coming around to it.
Not coming around to it. Hate the name. Hate the nickname. However, the hype was around him in training camp, and Derek Barnes, said he had a rough couple of days.
Yeah.
He had to go see somebody and get right with the Lord.
Yeah.
We said he was praying that God to keep his job. And not only did he, looks like he's keeping his job, but he took Jack Campbell.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us is going to throw anybody a pizza. Because talking to John, looking at the unofficial depth chart that came out, Derek Barnes looks like he might be the starting linebacker alongside Alex Anzalone in this defense.
Yeah, he very well could. He's had a great couple of days. The last couple of days of camp, he's been all over the field making plays, being a meat missile of his own. And it's very impressive when you see, dude, competition builds greatness. And when you bring in a guy like Jack Campbell that you took in the first round, that you expect to be a starter, you expect to be a guy on this team for a while, it makes the other guys step up. It makes the other guys be like, all right, you brought this guy in, here's what I'm going to do about it. And Derek Barnes is making the best of his opportunities at camp. He's making the best of his chances in the joint practices, and so far, so good. That's all I've heard is great things out of it, Derek Barnes.
It's crazy, too, because I'll never Coach Shepard had hit the podium after the draft, or I think heading into OTAs. And I don't know how Derek Barnes came up, or even if he did, but he mentioned that the first person to text him, immediately found that the Jack Campbell draft pick was Derek Barnes. And he was asking him, what do I got to do? What can I do to get better? What can I do to stay on this team? And then Alex Anzalone, the veteran of the group, you say now, who's only been in the league 5 years, kind of crazy to say, 6 years I think now, going on a 6th year, so that Derek's improved, not just in the run game, but also in coverage. I think you saw a couple weeks back, he had a tipped ball turned into an interception into Savion Smith's hands. Today, he almost had an interception today, too. We saw him Saturday actually get a big one in the backfield. And guess who the first person was to congratulate him? Coach Calvin Shepard.
Yeah.
Derek Barnes is becoming the perfect kind of story for a Jack Campbell or Malcolm Rodriguez or any other rookie on the team to see, like, it's not just you're designated as a second stringer or a third stringer like your whole career just because you start your first 2 years like that. This guy's busting his ass, and he's made strides of improvement. And this is a coaching staff that's not just putting anybody out there. Like, they're going to put out the hardest worker, the guy who's best fit for the defense. And Derek Barnes has always had that athletically. It's just going back to, again, Coach Shepard's words again was like, sometimes you tell a man to go right, he was going left. You tell him to go left, he was going right. But it sounds like he's got those things down. And the little spurts we've seen out of him, including the interception. Yeah, I think he had another tip ball against Aaron Rodgers last year, too. That's when it helped Kirby or Aiden, whichever one it was. It was actually on his head. But we've seen some highlight plays, some like big bursts out of a guy like Derek Barnes before, too. I'm fucking excited. Like, if this guy's just now making his stride, and then you have a Jack Campbell. Yeah, Jack Campbell's probably going to end up starting at some point either way. Like, what he's able to do is hard to fucking cover, hard to keep off the field. But eventually he has to catch up to what Derek Barnes is bringing. And if Derek Barnes is bringing this in his third year, I got to assume it's a lot. Yeah. I'm happy for Derek Barnes. And I also would like to apologize to Derek Barnes for our comments.
I'm happy for Derek Barnes, too. And obviously the praying to God worked because he's been playing like a monster out there. He heard your call, and he gifted something.
Shut down some powers.
Yeah, like literally, you remember what Kelvin Shepard said during Hard Knocks, like that he's got all the intangibles, he's got all the physical abilities, but he doesn't know his left from his right. Like he needs to work on the cognitive part of the game a little bit more. And so far, so good in practice. It seems like he's got that down. He's been making plays. He's been going after it, and I'm excited for the guy, man. Shout out to him. Like I said, nothing is better than competition when it comes to position battles. And linebacker is one that the Lions did not think they were going to have too much of competition for, because you thought, like, oh, the linebacking core was pretty weak last year. You add Jack Campbell in the first round, oh, he's starter day one. Like, he has the talent to do that. And right now, it's looking like that's still up in the air.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find some of the comments about Derek Barnes from camp, because Alex only spoke on him specifically yesterday, and he was kind of, someone said in the Woodward Sports chat briefly, I forgot, I didn't see the name there, but he kind of had it in the run game. Like he was put in those heavy box packages, every package like you want to stop the run. Like Derek Barnes was a part of that because of his explosive athleticism and his ability to make plays. I at one point, I think when he was drafted, talking to Scott, as crazy as this comp is, but it was like
Scott Klingler?
No, our guy.
Scott Bischoff.
Yeah, Scott Bischoff. Thank you. Oh, shout out Scott Klinger.
Shout out
Our guy Scott Bischoff as well. But
for sure,
the comps coming out of college is like he could bring you some Micah Parsons, but in a smaller package. I'm saying like athletically, he was that, but obviously as a shorter guy, it's just he couldn't get everything together enough in time to see the field because of his coverage issues. But now that he's got that fixed, or it sounds like he's got that fixed, the X's and O's part of it. Granted, too, I think another piece of that is the fact that AG's been blessed with another year of having the same defense versus last year it being brand new. You know what I'm saying? Different scheme. You remember it used to be the reading rack and they wanted to be attack.
Yeah.
Well, obviously midway through the season he had to change that because the young guys just weren't ready for it. But Derek Barnes is now at 2 years of that, and now he's taking a step up, starting over Jack Campbell. And I'm glad. I don't got to buy you no fucking mushroom pizza.
We'll see who's out there snap one week 1.
Yeah.
So that's who counts as the starter.
But if it's Derek Barnes, what will happen? We split it?
It's a wash. Or yeah, we can just
split a pizza.
We can just split a pizza. Mushrooms on half of it.
Deal.
Yeah.
Buy me a shot. We'll just take shots together.
I'd rather have pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
Who are you?
You get shots anywhere.
What happened to you?
I like pizza, man.
You do like pizza. You're Italian.
Whoa. Speaking of Italian, yeah, I do think that Jack Campbell had that starting spot by the end of the year, though, if it isn't week 1.
Yeah.
They're grooming him. Like, you don't take this guy in the first round just to not put him out there and let him live. Like a Discord mod, they're grooming him to be the next guy.
Yeah, and I'm reading something, too. It says Alex is only the rest of the Lions coaching staff thinks this is the deepest the linebackers depth's been in years, and I'd have to agree. The only thing comparable I'd have to think back is crazy to say, and I don't know why this is the first time I remember of that unit, but like Ashley Palmer, DeAndre Levy, and who's the other guy ended up going to Oakland? You weren't listening.
Tahir Whitehead?
Yeah, Tahir Whitehead.
Well, who wasn't listening?
Yeah, that's fair. But I wouldn't even call that linebacker core deep. It was just they played well together. And you want to know why they played well together? The big boys up front.
Yes.
I think that's another blessing for Derek Barnes now, maybe too, that they didn't have the past couple of years. I mean, the interior defensive line's been a need for quite some time.
For sure.
I know they drafted Aleem, and obviously Levi had his issues too, but I mean, they had to get acquainted to the league as well. And again, with the scheme changing, I think that's another piece that just helps the linebacking core in general because, again, going back to what Alex Zanotti said yesterday, he feels fucking perfect in the wheel spot. He feels like that's what he fits best at. And now he's not forced to be the Mike, which is crazy because that's what I thought he was going to be. And Dan Campbell spoke to that a little bit today too. I should have grabbed that clip, but I apologize. But this defense, I'm not going to go off the deep end and tell you guys like top 10 or anything like that, but like look at how much that offense was able to produce last year with a piece that, if you guys don't know Rick Spielman, he's Chris Spielman's brother, former GM of the Minnesota Vikings. He had sent out a tweet yesterday following the first joint practice and said that Montgomery and Gibbs was definitely an upgrade over Swift and Jamal. You saw what Swift and Jamal brought last year. If they're an upgrade, that means this offense is going to be just as good, if not better, as it was last year. And with a respectable defense, not even like a top 10 defense, a respectable one, easily staying above 500 the entire year and probably making the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's what you're headed into this year.
Dude, I'm 100%. Like, I'm excited to see him go out there and make plays. I'm excited to see this defense and how much it has improved from last year. Because we talked, there were multiple games last year where having an average defense, middle of the pack defense, in some games last year, it would have resulted in wins for the Lions. So if you think the offense is going to keep the pace it was at last year and be another top 5 unit, having a middle of the pack defense will result in multiple more wins than what we had.
100%.
100%.
Sorry, I was asking JB if you wanted in on this one. He's a Pro Bowl player.
He's a Pro Bowl player. First year. Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, both making Pro Bowl.
100%.
That's actually crazy too, because our entire argument has been Jack Campbell versus Malcolm Rodriguez for the starting Mike.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to be on a unit together.
Yeah.
The both of them.
For sure.
Which I'm not complaining about at all.
No.
I heard Malcolm had a big day today too from my guy Broder. He said that he played really great in coverage, which we were the
he was a
shout
safety.
out. One of the first, exactly. One of the first people to interview Malcolm, in that interview, he said former safety, former quarterback, and look at the 40 time for Malcolm too. He was amongst one of the fastest, and you go look at his tape him too. He was just doing everything at Oklahoma State. I think I can see him as a coverage guy. So I got mad when you called him. You fucking were hating on him. He said he was a bum in coverage.
I didn't say he was a bum.
He said he was a bum in coverage.
I said his strength was screaming down the field, making tackles.
Say
filling holes.
soft.
You hate Tracy Walker.
You hate Malcolm Rodriguez.
I have his jersey. Do you have a Tracy Walker jersey?
No.
Exactly.
I hate him.
So you hate him. For sure. But we got to go to break real quick. Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm, then we'll be right back to talk more about the Lions. Guardian Alarm will offer you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sends you.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
At the Academy of Warren, they have a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field, which can also be used for 7-on-7 football. At the Academy of Warren, they feature kindergarten through 8th grade with AM and PM latchkey, smaller classroom sizes, a learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, and so much more. But don't forget that Ermanni and Edwards will be broadcasting live from their carnival on August 24th. Come out, meet the staff, and explore your child's new school. The Academy of Warren is now also accepting new enrollment, so go online and check them out at theacademyofwarren.net. Now back to the heavies.
Sounds like we got some sound on Dan Campbell talking about the young players and what they're getting out of the joint practices. I'm excited to get to. But before we get to that, make sure you guys smash that like button.
Smash it.
If you listen to us on a podcast platform like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, 5-star review.
5 stars.
By the way, if you are listening and your kid's bothering you or your wife's saying something about work that you don't give a shit about, do the right thing.
Talking about her day.
Talking about her day, bitching about somebody at work.
Talking about her feelings.
Do the right thing. Go ahead and spend time with her. You guys can still listen to us on the podcast platform or listen to YouTube afterward. We're saying this out loud so it makes you look good.
Yeah.
Just put in your AirPods. Ignore her. It's okay.
That's a wink for the audio listeners.
It's a wink for the audio listeners. All right. Let's get this out with Dan Campbell.
All right.
They stepped up and specifically.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was good to see. And I mean, I think ultimately that's what you want. You want to see growth. And there again, you're not looking for these massive jumps. You just want to know with a different level of competition and everything goes up that, man, they continue to grow and take another little step up. And I felt that out of some of our young guys, which is encouraging.
Who in particular from that group jumped out at you?
Look, Laporta. I thought Laporta showed up. I thought Gibbs showed up. Branch did some things. Starling, I saw growth. You know, those are the guys that really stand out to me. Drummond, once again, out there making plays. So we got a lot of young guys that I feel like are growing.
Starling.
Name left off that list.
Who that?
The meat missile. Jack Campbell.
Your boys. Out of the two, which one? Because let's be real about it. Initially, neither of us liked the picks, right?
Yeah.
A pull out a weave. A ponytail? Is it flip out?
We got some work done.
Which one do you like? But initially, two draft picks. Neither of us were like, come on. I'll go to JB. He's dying. It was Runts, by the
Which
way.
one do you like?
Punchline or whatever his name was, the Woodward Sports Chat. He guessed it correctly. But actually, JB, night one. Be real.
What's up?
Don't lie. Don't be a fan favorite.
What's up?
What was your reaction to the picks draft night? The round one.
Round one, I was like, what the hell are we doing?
Right?
Honestly, because I thought, as we all wanted, Jalen Carter was a lot. But apparently that wasn't in the cards. And who am I to say?
I know the meat missile was making headlines in the beginning of camp. Jalen Carter continues to make headlines, and at first shit was getting reported. I'm like, I need a video to see this shit. But then Jason Kelsey, fucking one of the best centers in the league, hit the podium and he was like, yeah, the guards are game planning on how to stop him. Like, what?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna talk about that though. That's gonna piss me off.
Jalen Carter. This is from NFL Rookie Watch. Jalen Carter's freakish talent has reportedly already caused Eagles guard to game plan on how to stop him at camp practices. Fletcher Cox, Eagles defensive tackle, said, "You don't see what Jalen Carter is doing from other rookies. Carter's quickness has reportedly looked unprecedented for a guy his size. Carter has reportedly already seen reps with the Eagles' first team defense despite the depth the Eagles have at that position."
Wow. I told you I didn't want to hear it. I read it this morning, and again, this is a defense that's been like operating at a high level for multiple years now. I think they know how to identify
he's going
talent.
up against the best offensive line in the league. Like, if there's one team that you'd think like, oh, a rookie defensive tackle is not going to show out on in camp, it's the fucking Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Back to the point. Before you ruined my mood, I was going to ask, which one was the bigger question mark to you? Was it Gibbs or Campbell?
I just wanted Jalen Carter so bad.
I want Jalen.
I wanted Jalen Carter so fucking bad.
We both did.
But
I want it.
You know, we got some Warriors.
No.
That's for sure.
Which one had you scratch your head more, Jalen Carter, or I'm sorry, Jahmyr Gibbs or Jack Campbell?
We got a couple of Warriors.
The one that
Why
respects
call yourself
himself.
a warrior when you're nothing but a coward?
Yeah, and they both respect themselves.
This bitch respects herself.
So, but I'm gonna say Jack Campbell because you knew what Gibbs was. You know he's explosive. You know he's a weapon. You know he can do multiple things. And running backs seem to kind of ease in to the NFL more quickly than defensive players.
Mm-hmm.
So out of Gibbs, you knew what you were getting. You knew you were getting a weapon, multiple weapons. But for Campbell, that was the head scratcher for me.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. I think he's still going to be a stud.
Pairing the head scratcher with the other Campbell, MCDC, leaving him out of like rookie standouts.
I mean, I'm not taking I'm not taking too much out of that sentence.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's still having a great camp.
Chris, you're always the voice of reason. You like to play the role. Let's hear it. MCDC leaving Jack Campbell out of his rookie standouts through joint practices, and also Derek Barnes taking a starting job too.
I take a little bit, but not too much out of it because at the end of the day, it did seem like a very off-the-cuff response. You know what I mean? It seemed like he was figuring out what he was saying as he was going, kind of like what I'm doing right now. But no, I just didn't take too much of it. Did you want to hear his name first? Yeah. Or did you want to hear his name at all? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing. It could mean a little something, but I don't think it's that important because at the end of the day, Dan Campbell has always been honest with his players, and he'll tell you when hey, this player needs to improve, this player needs to work on this or that. Like, he's always been very honest, so I don't take too much out of it. I think he was just highlighting the people that he thought of in that exact moment. And this Lions roster is young, has a lot of people, so he may have just potentially left them off. I'm not too worried about it. What I saw, I believe in the guy. I mean, it was one day of practice, but I believe that the guy's going to, if not right away, some point find his way.
Yeah, if I'm being honest too, like I'm not tripping. Like, this is what I expected. This is why I made the pizza bet with you. Is like, I still have high expectations or have faith that he will reach a higher level, the high level that he was drafted to play. I just don't know how soon I'm expecting to see it, knowing that he is a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that he has high expectations on himself. Hope he's not beating himself up too bad, because he sounds like a bit of a psychopath and, you know, sitting down and staring and not saying silence. I remember watching Inside the Den too, Brad Holmes is like, welcome them to the facility. He's like, yeah, this is where we're gonna do this and blah blah blah. Like almost like trying to give Brad Holmes a tour, and it was like, bro, like relax, like you're a rookie, fam, like chill. And but he'll get there. I'm saying like I'm not tripping over that. This is what I expected out of him. But just in terms of like as a Lions fan though, to get yourself hyped a little bit is like, it's one thing to expect your rookies to start for the team. I'm talking about Branch. I don't know if Dylan's going to start, but Branch, Gibbs, and Laporta.
Yeah.
But it's another thing for those to be like the guy specifically standing out in practice, like rookie year.
Naming all of them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you watch practice, Amon-Ra clearly stands out. But like, for those guys to stand out too, that's fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely awesome to see. It's awesome to have these young guys standing out. It's awesome to have kind of the unwritten guys. You know, the Starling Thomases, the Dylan Drummonds stepping up, being guys that they wrote down. They're like, yeah, they're going to be big. They're going to be guys that make some things happen. So I'm excited for the entirety of this rookie class, for all the guys that are going to get opportunities, because I was happy you asked him that question about Laporta, dude, because that's what it looks like to me during camp, is that Laporta is just his guy. That's just Goff's dude. And he's making plays every time he gets the ball in his hands.
To the people in the Woodward Sports chat, if you got to tell yourself that Jalen Carter's going to be a bust, or he's going to be sidetracked, doesn't care about football to make yourself feel better, sure, go for it. I'm telling you, you are dead ass wrong.
Yes.
Jalen Carter is going to be a dog, just as he's doing that right now. Talking about putting chips on shoulders. A lot of guys that we like on this roster have chips on their shoulders. That guy was fucking everyone. Look at the way you're talking about him right now. You don't know this guy to say he doesn't like football. You don't know this guy to say like these bad character things about him speeding one time. I mean, 2 times. But speeding isn't like a piece of shit offense.
Yeah.
Shooting someone in the foot is a piece of shit offense.
Trying to kidnap the governor is a piece of shit offense.
Trying to kidnap the governor is a piece of shit offense.
Shout out Joey Morrison.
Jumping someone, perfect example actually. Jumping someone at an NFL event in Vegas is a piece of shit offense. But you'd say Alvin Kamara's a damn good football player, wouldn't you?
I would.
You'd say Alvin Kamara's contributed a lot to his team and winning games.
I would.
Right?
And I would take Alvin Kamara on my team. I would take Tyreek Hill on my team.
That
I would
same
take Jalen Carter on my
shit applies to Jalen Carter.
Ray Lewis fucking killed somebody.
Whoa.
And I'd take him on my team. Aaron Hernandez killed like 3 people. And I'd take him on my team. Like, I'm not asking these guys to take my sister out for dinner. I'm asking them to win football games.
And then Denver Blair says Eazy could take, but go to Chris real quick. Chris?
Yeah. No, I know what they're talking about. They're talking about this little patch for my. It doesn't go.
You gotta comb that shit, man.
This is what happens as it drips down. It burns.
Fuck no, we're not doing that. Fuck no.
Why do you think women can't grow beards? Constantly getting.
All I'm saying is I'm going to get my hair and everything
braided,
cleaned up tomorrow. So you're gonna see a new Chris tomorrow.
Are you gonna clean it up or just shave it off?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna clean it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna clean it up. Shout out Lady James.
Shout out Lady James. Who's taking care of you?
Oh man, that's top secret. That's top secret. I don't want to say any names, but Beth's got me.
That's fair.
All you gotta do is this.
Yeah, no, I know. I've never gone more than like 3 days.
To be honest, don't even let them bully you. Just let it grow.
Oh no, it's not a bullying.
Prove my theory. Let it grow.
I have to book 2 weeks in advance, so like this.
Yeah,
is
Lady James is a very
It's Beth is always popping.
Hey. Yeah. Speaking of booking, if everybody could call Legends and get us a booth for Friday, that'd be nice.
Skybox.
Skybox?
Yeah.
That's like the one?
That's the move. I mean, I know that's the move at Collie. I don't know at Legends.
Yeah. We gonna find out. Legends is huge.
Yeah.
Legends it is pretty lit. Shout out to Mren down there. What read we doing next? I don't have my paper.
I am doing the Big Boy read. Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy, and Chris has a Big Boy beard. Try classic breakfast items like some strawberry hotcakes
Big Boy.
or mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with the refreshing summer spice salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including the very delicious classic strawberry pie, deep fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Play, practice, and party at 5 Iron Golf, located inside the Cambria Hotel and downtown's newest sports bar. It has 13 TrackMan simulators, certified instructors, and a full bar and restaurant. You can catch the boys there. Not us, unfortunately, because they'll be playing while we are live. I don't know why you scheduled it that way, Brady, but I still love you. But 5 to 7, join the golf league. Brandon will be up there. Chris won't be up there. JB won't be up there. I think they're working on Ryan Ermanni, Maz. Maz don't play golf.
Yeah.
So we definitely beat Maz. But I'm trying to get down there at some point. I just started golf and I enjoy it. And this is where I'm about to get my work in.
I believe Jeff Iafrady will be down there.
Jeff Iafrady?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Coworker.
Jeff, I'm afraid.
That's my coworker. Shout out to my coworker.
Shout out my coworker.
Make sure you guys use Woodward when you're checking out, though. You get your first time 50% off. What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live at woodsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, that's Spinball Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris.
Yes, sir.
JB Smooth. Did you miss Beyond the Heavies, JB? You're kind of like, now I get to watch more porn in my evenings.
No, I actually miss being on the show with you guys. Like,
Watch
it sucks.
some
It's
other
2 days in a row. Like,
Yeah.
damn, I was like, dude, this sucks.
Crying himself to sleep. He gets sleep in there.
I just miss you guys.
Chris, is there any bet you'd be willing to make to just match the streaks?
Just like Avatar the Last Airbender, it just take
No,
the
just
line.
get
down here, yeah.
Yeah, get like 2 down here.
That was a thing in the 2000s.
See if the one in the middle, and then you can get like 2 on the side.
I want Jeff Hardy's a legend.
I've never gone more
Jeff
than 3
Hardy
days
did
without
that.
shaving my face, so I'm just really curious to see where it's gonna where I'm gonna go with it.
Say that one more time.
I'm just letting it rock. I've never tried to like grow out a beard before, so I'm just seeing where it goes. Let it rock.
That's another piece of it too, man. Like patches get covered up, you just let it grow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
When'd you start? When was the last time you shaved?
Like a month ago, like beginning of July.
Okay. Fuck it. 2 more
Adiz
weeks.
411 in the
what I'm
Woodward Sports chat says JB need a raise.
JB does.
That's facts. Needs like
JB.
5 of them.
That's
boys.
factual.
Yeah.
Factual.
Because
Neil would
JB, he respects himself.
That's not going to help him get a raise.
He deserves
You're just
it.
setting everybody up for failure.
JB respects him.
Respects herself.
Don't take raise advice from this guy right now.
That's true.
He is in trouble.
Does not work out for me.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Who's on the paper spinning? I don't have one in front of me.
James Houston at Sam.
Oh yeah.
We have this quote. Do you have
Yes,
the
I
tweet,
do.
Chris? This was put out there today. This is from Mike Payton. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Mike Payton. That's the homie.
He says, Lions looking to base James Houston at Sam linebacker. Campbell says there's some inconsistency that he has to work out of. They expect him to continue to grow. So how do you what do you see this? We talked about James Houston maybe going into coverage more, looking more like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Sam is still, right up on the edge. Do you expect his role to change anymore, or is he still just going to be that gun for hire, that pass rushing monster?
I'm so confused. Maybe he's just so much of a dog that he can't truly give it his all in practice because he's gonna fuck somebody up. Like I know it's corny. Everyone knew that guy in middle school would say it was like, "Fuck, I can't fight you because I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah.
It's just like some shit like that. But maybe that is James Houston because we've seen the end game speed against good teams.
Mm-hmm.
This guy fucked them up.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about your average Jared Goff kind of quarterback. That doesn't mean to say. I'm sorry. Just a plain Jane quarterback or a good quarterback. There's electric quarterbacks Justin Fields, that he fucking was dropped back in coverage, realized it was run, came through and tried taking his fucking kneecap off. Same thing to go with Trevor Lawrence. That I would put in my top 10 quarterbacks right now. That there was a scare. There was a scare that Trevor Lawrence might be gone for a minute. Like, we seen him in game do that stuff. I don't understand how.
And Josh Allen.
And don't forget too, like, he's on a 1 or 2 year deal right now because he didn't make the initial roster last year. He got cut from the team, was on the practice squad, moved him up, and then he was able to showcase his talents. But it's like, it's crazy for us to see it, know it's there, but for some reason it just doesn't come up in
materialize.
practice. Yeah. But it's kind of like you said a couple weeks ago too. I mean, you said Stevie Y.
Yeah, Stevie Y. D-Mac says it all the time. Steve Eisman was one of the worst practice players of all time. And then he'd go out on the ice and be one of the 3 best players in the National Hockey League. So maybe it is what it is. Maybe he's just a gamer. And that's what, where was it? Tyler Chavot in the Woodward Sports Chat says they call those guys Sunday players. Maybe he's just a gamer. Maybe he just needs those live reps to really get after it. But, I mean, right now they're using Charles Harris a lot. And everybody likes what they're seeing out of Charles Harris. Is that what you want to see from the Lions?
No, because that's the other part too. I mean, I like Charles Harris. Don't get me wrong. I think Charles Harris can provide you some pressure on the passer. I think Charles Harris is probably a little bit more solid against the run than James Houston, if I'm being real with you. But what James Houston can offer you is like electric. The Kirby Joseph type plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, Charles Harris, nice. I'd put him as a Tracy Walker. James Houston, a Kirby Joseph.
Charles Harris, yeah. I'd put him as Tracy Walker, too, like a borderline Pro Bowler.
Fuck out of here. No, like, because, again, like, I don't know. Because I think
Charles Harris showed it he could do it.
As like a 4-down lineman, though. Like, this is a guy you're asking to play the Sam linebacker that sometimes drops into coverage. I don't know if you caught it like yesterday or whatever day we were there. The Darren Waller play?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where Daniel Jones just missed him. Like, they would have touched it all day. But Charles Harris is the guy covering him, and he was just fucking, like, trying to catch up still. Now, not a knock against Charles Harris. It's just not his role to cover guys. So I'd be more comfortable with a guy that feels more athletic than him at that role, and it's James Houston.
Yeah.
But who knows?
But I think Charles Harris is better at stopping the run than James Houston.
Exactly. And that's, I think, why he's getting more PT. But the other thing, too, is, like, we're talking about standouts at camp. Again, get the heart on when you hear the rookies' names. That's fucking amazing. But knowing that he's a stud, like, his name's not being mentioned anywhere.
I see he made a couple nice plays when we were there.
No, he didn't.
Houston?
We have a problem.
You didn't see the plays Houston made?
No.
The one where he scraped down the line and made a tackle in the backfield in the red zone drills?
No. I heard that he was doing work against a third team.
Yeah.
But New York's got a solid offensive line. I guess I can't disrespect that one too much. No, I mean, do you lose faith in him at all?
No. I've seen what he can do. I put my eyes on it.
Just Sunday. I put my eyes on it.
I put my eyes on it.
I seen it.
And I liked it. And it got me going. No, I know what he can do, man. I'm not too scared.
And then if we will too, talking about the Detroit Lions defense too, my guy Josh Pascal still putting in work inside outside. Kaminsky another consistent day inside outside. 2 guys that performed well the first go around in joint practice. Day 2 of it. That just means it's a thing at that point, in my opinion.
That just means they're dudes.
Yep. Broderick Martin showed out today, too. Pascal had another sack. It says another no-doubter sack from the Lions' 5-man front. Then 2 other close sack calls where his pressure disrupted the offense. Kaminsky also had a clean sack while creating pressure on another potential sack and made some solid plays against the run. Martin was close to getting a sack during Pascal's no-doubter, but managed to secure a clean sack later in practice. Overall, the Lions still need work on defending their runs on the outside, but Pascal, Kaminsky, and Martin all showed well in the run defense when the Giants tried to run the ball between the tackles. The only reason why I bring that up is because Broderick Martin's name in there. And I kind of said it when I wanted Jalen Carter. Is like, if you have an undersized defensive lineman that struggles against the run, then get you a fucking big body Benz to put in between there. And if Broderick can start pulling out, then I think they'll have more confidence in throwing Houston out there a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he's the better athlete than Charles.
Oh, yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
He's kind of like
and he used to play linebacker. So he has that instinct. He has that background for sure. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Maybe they're just, I don't know, giving reps, letting him go. And he's got to be at least second team, right? He can't be getting third team reps.
One more time?
Houston.
It was third team yesterday.
Yeah.
He's third team on the unofficial depth chart. But I mean,
Does this speak more to like Aaron Glenn's vision for defense? Because he always talked about versatility, and while James Houston is great in this one singular thing that is a very important skill, is this more so kind of just looking at Aaron Glenn and how he visions his defense and preaching versatility? Is this just the reason why he might not be getting the shine, getting the opportunities, and also seemingly being with, like you said, the third strings?
One more time, Chris.
The versatility that Aaron Glenn always speaks of, with valuing that in defense, and James Houston being good at one singular thing as of now from what we've seen. Is that the reason he could be looking at a third string position, or we don't know at this point?
Yeah.
It's just we're going off of practice reps.
I think
could
so.
that be it?
I think so. I think they want somebody more complete there, and they feel Charles Harris is more of a complete player than James Houston is. He's still going to get his reps, man.
Right.
You don't just have this guy that did something that nobody's ever done before in the NFL. What James Houston did in his 7 games last year, and you don't use him in a full season. Like, he's still going to get his pass rush reps, but I think they're looking for somebody more complete, more all around, and they feel that Charles Harris is the better option for that.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. I mean, ultimately, my opinion on it is like that he is maybe dirty. I don't want to say dirty. I don't know. He just, for some reason, he can't display his full set of skills in practice. He's just not a good practice player. I mean, the third string, I think, comes down to Charles Harris being a little bit better against the run, as we known that. He's a bigger-bodied guy. James Houston is kind of undersized to play the position. It was kind of shocking to see him do what he did last year with all the damn sacks, because there's not that many guys his size doing that. I think the closest one was, I think there was an edge rusher, something Hughes. Remember he used to play for Buffalo? Was it James Hughes?
Mm-hmm.
Like that type of role. But even that guy, actually, no, he was kind of consistently good. I think he had a couple 9-sack seasons in a row.
Yeah.
But I just think Houston's a game time player.
Yeah, he's a gamer, man. And he is what he is. He's not going to be your every down defensive end. Like, that's what Hutchinson is. Hutchinson is your every down defensive end. He's a guy that can do a lot of different things. A guy that can be, the run stopper. He can be obviously good in pass coverage. He had 3 fucking interceptions last year, and is obviously great at attacking the quarterback. While James Houston is more of a controlled car accident. Like, the guy just goes out there and kills people.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, when we first talked about him, when he first broke down his film, when the day after we drafted him, I was like, this is going to be your pass rush specialist. This is a guy that's the pit bull on the chain. And then when it's third down, third and long, second and long, obvious passing situation, you let go of the chain and you let him go out there and do what he does best. So
fuck somebody up.
Yeah, I think that's how they're still going to use him.
At this level. This isn't a rookie we're talking about. This isn't like somebody falling on the depth chart due to I guess some of what inexperience, but we've seen him in field playing against Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, tear shit up.
Yeah.
So I'm not losing faith in him. I just think he has a specific role, as you said. Let's talk about SMA.
So yeah, Steve Wilds in the Woodward Sports Chat said they cutting him. You, sir, you need someone to talk to because you might be struggling with some things like that SMA can work out with, like substance abuse or mental health. Because the sports marketing agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse problems. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Starts, Detroit's winning sports network.
I got a little something I want to get ahead of before it actually happens. Because I like, we like praying our victories here in the heavies. We are the underdogs. When press releases are made for Woodward Sports, we're not in them. So make sure you guys hit the like button, 5-star review on all podcast platforms, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Yeah. So I like parading when we say something right. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. I had this information a day ago.
We couldn't give it out.
I'm getting the confirmation if I can say it right now. You know what I mean? I'm not putting a half on it. Okay. So I have a little bit of a source who's been consistent with his information. Walking into the Jeff Okudah trade, walking into the DeAndre Swift trade, like well-informed, confirmed. What I'm about to say has not yet been confirmed by him, but he knows his shit. And since the beginning of camp, there's been I don't know what I'm allowed to say. There's been a trade being structured with the Detroit Lions for a defensive player.
Who?
No names.
Say it.
No, there's no names. There's literally no names.
Oh.
It's just a structure of a trade, and it's for a third and or fourth rounder, which is pretty high trade value. Because we've seen what Jalen Ramsey go for like a fifth round, sixth round. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how trades are. They've been crazy.
Are you saying Aaron Donald?
No, I would come myself.
Are you saying Chris Jones?
There's a chance.
No, but they're
fuck. Who's it gonna be?
There's no confirmation of this name. It's just another story. Another reporter has mentioned. I don't think this is it. I have my own personal belief on what went down because this trade was structured at the beginning of camp. And if you remember the beginning of camp, remember CJGD went down and it looked ugly. My theory was it was kind of stuck in place for Buda Baker because Buda Baker's been unhappy with his situation. Obviously, 2 safety positions there. The trade never went through. But for like a third rounder, fourth rounder, I could see Buda Baker going for that.
Yeah.
But there's another name tied to that trade structure.
Who?
Chase Young.
Yeah.
That's who I was going to say, actually, but I didn't know if that would be factual or not. So,
and I feel like a third or fourth that matches up. I just don't know if the fit. Like I feel kind of set at edge rusher, but he is a beast.
Chase Young would be nasty opposite Aiden Hutchinson.
Speak on it.
It would be nasty. I mean, that would be your complete package. That would be your disgusting pass rushing duo. Obviously, he's had struggles staying on the field, but when healthy, the guy's a monster, and he can do everything. He was a better prospect coming out of Ohio State than the Bosa's. Like, that's the level of prospect that Chase Young was, and he won Defensive Rookie of the Year his rookie season. So he could go out there, and we know when he's healthy on the field, he can make plays. I don't know about if there is any accuracy behind that or if they're trying to do it, but, man, that would be something scary if they did get him, and he could stay healthy.
Now, the Chase Young part becomes speculation. I didn't read the full report from the person who speculated as Chase Young, but the factual pieces of it is third or fourth rounder for a defensive player.
Aaron Donald.
He would go for more. The one I wanted to tie to is Chris Jones. But I think he would also go for more.
Definitely go for more.
Unless we're giving up something, but what the fuck do we have to give up? Unless you're giving up something young already. I don't know if that's the case. I'm gonna do a quick Google search on Chase Young.
By the way, isn't it Aiden Hutchinson's birthday today?
It is Aiden Hutchinson's birthday. Shout
out Hutch. Happy birthday.
Leo Gang. I'm gonna grab the most recent one. Leo Gang. That's the fuck what you mean.
Did y'all be honest? Did y'all ever lie about the whole like astrology shit for a girl?
No.
I never did. I never did either. But I did gaslight it one time. She sent me like a 40-page document of like, you know, how my sign and her sign were so compatible, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. I could really see it. 97%. Man, this is just meant to be. I was gaslighting.
This girl asked me like to figure out all of my signs, like the rising and the falling.
Yeah, she did that for me. She was like date of birth, like time.
Yeah,
like
time of birth.
Stuff.
I was like, I was like, I don't give a fuck about this. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I gaslit that 40-page document. I was like, that was crazy. I read all of it.
Every single word. I want a T4.
Yeah, the guy that's saying the Chase Young, it's from Lions Talk Live. I guess he's a former beat reporter or been on the NFL sidelines. Talk a lot of close sources for him as well. But to hear him say that following the conversations I had with my source the other day, another thing too, source of the Justin Simmons thing was almost a thing too. But obviously you guys know he re-signed with the Titans. I'm just trying to put my finger on it. I mean, who do you think it is? This is like the beginning of camp. You know what I'm saying? None yet. Got you on the phone, Chris on the phone.
I'm engaged.
What are you doing? What are you even doing?
I don't know. I'm talking to my family. I don't know, man. We'll see. If it's not a defensive tackle, it doesn't really get me going.
But third or fourth round, I mean, it's got to be a name.
It's got to be a good player.
Yeah, or at least someone with potential at one point to be a good player. I mean, now that the Chase Young's come into the fold, I think it could be him. That'd be fucking nasty, actually.
Tyler Chavot says, if she asks you your sign, just say you're the rat and walk away.
All right.
I mean, all right, you just tell her.
Yeah, not the smoothest, but yeah.
I will say this though, I'm not a big believer in signs. Like I'm talking about astrology signs. Yeah. I can confirm though, the Gemini that I was with, bitch was crazy, like. And not even like she was crazy.
I hate that shit so much,
so
bro.
much.
What you trying to say? No?
I'm an Aries. I hate being lied to.
Yeah.
No, this bitch is like really crazy.
That shit is so stupid.
But that's a consistent one I see all the time is the Geminis.
I'm a Leo. I'm hard to love.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what are you talking about?
I make bad decisions because I'm a Cancer. It's like, no, bitch, you're just stupid.
No, you just have Cancer.
Yeah. You just don't think through shit. It's not because you're fucking.
You're just a whore.
Yeah. The universe didn't just make you stupid. You're just stupid.
The universe didn't make you a whore. You're just a whore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Making bad decisions.
I just have trouble falling in love because I'm an Aquarius. No, it's because you suck the dick of every guy you meet. Like.
And your dad wasn't around.
And your dad wasn't around.
Damn.
My dad wasn't around because I'm a Taurus.
Yeah. What sign is January?
Two Dogs says heavyweights lost their mind defending drunk driving Jalen Carter.
He wasn't.
I believe it's Sagittarius. I believe it's because I'm December 18th, and I think that's when it switches or somewhere around there. So I think December to January is mostly Sagittarious.
It's toxic.
If I'm not mistaken.
It's the Aquarius, I think, the two fish.
I don't know. I don't know what they look like. I just know Sagittarius. I know Capricorn. Shout out my boy Kalo. Our boy Kalo, I should say.
Shout out Kalo.
Yeah. He used to gaslight me thinking I was a Capricorn. He'd be like, you about to be successful in this game because you a Capricorn, bro. You get into the bag. He'd say this for like 5 years. And then one year he texts me on my birthday. He's like, yo, bro, you're a Sagittarius. He's like, I still believe in you, though. Tell me that's not the most Kalo shit.
That is funny, bro. Shout out to Kalo.
Yeah.
Two dogs. He wasn't drunk, Bob. He spoke to the police that night.
Yeah, I'm taking Jalen Carter.
You lost your mind just for just saying that. Like that's never been reported whatsoever about Jalen Carter being drunk that night. He was speeding. That was the charge that he was facing. Reckless driving, or wherever the hell it is now, or Georgia. That's irresponsible to say that kind of stuff. Two Dogs. Come on, dog.
I'm taking Jalen Carter. Easy. Tell us about Randy Wise.
I'll tell you about Randy Wise. I don't know if he's Gemini, but them car deals he got is crazy. And not only that, if you go down there today, you have an opportunity to join the Celebrity Golf Tour with Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, Braylon Edwards, and Tim. All you have to do is stop by any Randy Wise location, check out their deals, and stay tuned to Woodward Sports for more information.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Make sure it's seen and heard.
Corner, jumper,
Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Mates, when buying or selling real estate, flexibility and control of the sales process is key. Sellers, how would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty? That's exactly what Mark White and Associates offers. It's called the minute-by-minute listing agreement by Mark White and Associates. Try Mark White's risk-free minute-to-minute listing agreement today. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com. Where flexibility meets success.
Oh, you did like 4 different accents.
Where flexibility meets success. Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WorldSports.com. I'm your mate Eazy. That's my guy Spin More Racks.
Did you see the
Chris Platty's
the video of old girl
slapping him down?
No,
chopping him down.
The WNBA player.
No, what?
Liz Cambridge.
What?
Getting dropped.
In a fight?
Yeah.
In a WNBA fight?
What?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta find this.
Like an on-court fight?
Yeah.
I think I know what video you're talking about. Let me send it to Chris.
Okay, you got it? Yeah, bro.
Send it to Chris and Slack.
So I guess
let's get it.
She's being like real dirty, like in the plays, and she like
KO.
She like
in-game KO?
No, it was like a scrimmage.
Oh.
But it was like Team Nigeria versus Team Australia. They were scrimmaging.
Oh fuck.
And she like elbowed one of the girls in the face, and then like basically punched the other one in the face, and she's like walking down the sideline.
Say her name. I'm gonna try to guess what team she was on. What's her name again?
Liz Cambridge.
Oh, Australia for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like walking down the sideline, like talking shit to the other team, and this bitch comes running, bro. Leaves her feet. What?
Superman punch?
Knocks her. She falls to the ground.
Damn, bro.
She was wild. Did you send it, JB?
Yeah, I'm getting it right
Okay.
now.
I wish you didn't tell me. I wish I was on.
Thank God one person was there to film it.
Yeah.
She actually says that at the end too. Like, you got that on camera? You got that? Yeah.
Yeah.
She had to check if the person got it.
Damn.
She got fucking. She got put down. Like she popped back up, but
yeah.
Took her off her feet.
You think she's getting charged?
No, hell no.
Like I know sports usually you don't get charged, but like this is WNBA.
Yeah, they're gonna sue her for what, $20?
I mean, maybe if I can't. Oh, fuck.
I'm suing you for half your net worth. All right, here's $5.
Let me see this thing, Chris.
All right, yeah, I almost got it. Give me 2 more seconds.
Dude, you're gonna fight Jake Paul next. Is Tyler Chauvet?
Maybe. It was. She came sprinting in and just Superman punch.
Here it is.
Yeah, watch this. Easy.
Here it is. No sound.
She gets mad about it.
I thought
it's that big. Yeah.
Big sexy.
She's talking.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A few moments later.
Is that sound Chris? I can't hear.
She slaps her in the face. Obviously intentionally.
What the fuck?
And then she's walking off. There are reports of what she said here that is not tasteful. And then.
Damn! Oh, Chris, you might be putting the free throw. Oh, no, scrum, we're good.
Yeah. Chris, rewind it just for that punch.
I'm going back to it. Right here.
Yeah. So she's walking off, says something like that. Put her on the ground. And that's a big girl, man.
She deserved that shit.
Yeah.
Watching it, she deserved that shit.
100%.
She will not get in trouble for that.
Let me see her. She is 6'8", 216.
I want to see if she said anything. We should try to interview her.
She made a...
Who just put their address in the Woodward Sports chat? 415 East Congress. Congratulations. Is that a real address?
Oh, that's the Legends address. He's saying.
Let's go. Somebody call and get a fucking booth, please. Complaint to ED alleges. Oh, that's not the wrong thing.
What if shit like that happened in the NBA game? Like also like the.
What?
Nothing. You're just.
What?
Dude. Stop it, bro. What if, like, how in that Tim, like the way they fought in that MLB where they like just dropped the gloves and the ref like backed up. What if they did that in the NBA?
They should let them.
I think so too.
You want your money back, NBA?
Yeah.
Your NBA is taking an L in the WNBA every single year. Let them fight. You get your money. They do.
Oh, on the W. Oh,
yeah. The NBA pays.
Fucking just burning money.
I know, but if they let them fight,
you could just give that money to me, and I'll just watch paint dry on TV for 2 hours.
A fucking pool of like pudding just comes on the floor. Oh, here they go. I'm just saying, rage will boost. Am I not? Am I lying? I'm so serious though.
Hey, they said she got Killian Hayes. That's crazy.
She did get Killian Hayes. Yeah.
A kiddie pool full of pudding. All the lights turn up. Oh! I'd watch.
I'd be more prone to watch that. Am I lying? Why are you laughing? I'm being for real.
No. Uh-oh, here they go.
Uh-oh, she's mad. It's a fucking alarm and shit. It's just fucking... Here we go.
Strobe lights start going up. Get out your singles.
Uh-oh, her boyfriend forgot to take out the trash. Here we go. Casey's on her period. Here we go.
Jesus, man. You remember the WNBA?
They spelled her name wrong at Starbucks. Here we go.
You remember Karan Studler who beat up her boyfriend or girlfriend?
Yeah, her girlfriend. Yeah.
Maybe she fights some people.
That's the
for
thing
sure.
too. Like you know, in hockey, there's heavyweights, heavyweight champions, whatever. Like make it a real thing in WNBA. You know, like
Loser,
little belts, little rings.
Winner has to fight Joel Embiid.
No, Jesus God, no. Now seeing one of those can beat Joel Embiid. Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh, here we go.
It's like the hunk alarm.
I would definitely watch it more often. Like, not gonna lie.
He wasn't listening after she was telling her story from work. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, it's like a live look into their kitchen.
Not wrong.
I would buy the WNBA game.
Women's basketball. There you go.
like that.
WWB. I liked it a lot.
Week pass.
Love that. Nick Earl, air horn, 100%.
100% air horn.
1,000%. Dan, that's why I love too. Dan Flea in the Woodward Sports Chat says no cancer on the show.
Said Karan Studler. I was wrong for that one. That was legendary, bro.
Yeah. Scuba Gooding Jr. had me going.
Scuba Gooding Jr. was
Michael B.
Phelps.
Well, I watched that, by the way, after we got off air because I didn't get a chance to catch it. No, I was between both jobs. I didn't get a chance to see it. That was insane.
That's a legendary Brad. That's
dude
a legendary
really
battle.
just swam. Like, that's incredible.
But that'll do it for us today.
It's funny
Appreciate
that
you all.
people thought Adam disappeared because he got canceled, but our show exists.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, here we go. Bring out the pudding. Make sure you share and like the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, put a 5-star review. Friendly man to my left. Speak Easy Sports, his personal hero, Joey Morrison. We got JB Smooth on the ones, too.
Spencer loves little kids.
That's right, dude. We got them over at Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Here we go.
Peace.
Heavyweight fight.